doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L podcast.
Rocking and rolling. It's a special day because normally when somebody says something on my podcast, it just ends there. But we get to have a little bit of a rebuttal, a little bit of feedback into the last conversation that we just had. I want to appreciate you. I really do appreciate you fellas for being here and being so cool, because sometimes when people come on my podcast and they talk about somebody else, I get death threats left and right. But I didn't get no death threats from you guys. I got you guys hitting me up saying, yo, we just want to come speak our piece. And I actually hit you guys up first, telling you guys I want you to come on. And you guys said, yes, we want to speak our piece as well. So thank you for being civil about this and being cool and being a part of this, man. For anybody that doesn't know StuntHard Group, man, you guys can introduce yourselves one at a time real quick.
What up, dog? It's StuntHard Buda.
Tez. Hill.
Obviously, we'll jump right into something so that way we can actually talk about your guys' story first. We had Dee Potts come on the podcast last week, right? And he basically said that a lot of the stemming beef within the group was because you guys had an opportunity with Chief Keef to go be at a show with him. And, Buda, he spoke about you directly, making it not possible for him to be a part of it, or to neglect some of the members of the group from being a part of the experience of being with Chief Keef at that show.
Right.
And that's when the comments went crazy under Dee Potts' interview. Now, you guys had said that the facts aren't completely there.
Right.
Can you kind of explain to everybody the scenario and your side of the story?
All right, well, I'm seeing as he talking and shit, I'm seeing how you looking too. You getting confused by the shit he's saying. I'm seeing it. And I'm looking like, bro, you just said on this bitch that Sosa told you the same thing that I told you. He told you the same, told you bring the motherfuckers, even told you bring Skirt, told you to bring the same people. So when I say it, how is it a problem, gang? Because you say you on the block with 40 niggas, gang. Okay. You on the block telling them 40 niggas they coming. You on the block telling them niggas that, gang. If Sosa told you the same shit that I told you, gang, then where the problem at? You ain't want to tell them 40 niggas that they can't come, nigga. That's what it was. And you made it to the show, nigga. I didn't make it. Yeah, I got the motherfucking rental and shit, gang. I didn't make it. You made it, nigga. So I don't see what was the problem. Honestly,
I want to give clear context to people who are watching this that haven't watched the Dee Potts interview. From your perspective, tell people what he was saying, and then you can talk about what really happened. From what he told me on this couch, he basically said that, like I said, Chief Keef had a show.
Right.
He invited you guys and a few StuntHard members to come to the show.
Right.
And then Dee Potts received a phone call from you saying that, hey, we can't have everybody come. We can't have everybody from StuntHard and all these other groups come. It can only be a select few people that can actually come to the show. And Dee Potts was very offended about this, and so was a lot of members from the group. They were very offended by the fact that they all couldn't come because they were all looking forward to this moment where they felt like it could help their breakout as artists in the industry.
All right, so I say this like December 2015, like right before Christmas type shit. Sosa reach out, he put me, Potts, and Chino in the group chat. In the group DM. He reached out and shit. He said he fucking with niggas, whatever. He fly niggas out in February. Me, Chino, Potts. Potts, if you notice, he ain't bring my name up or nothing with the Sosa shit until he tried to say I did some hoe shit. Like, that don't even make sense. You want to say niggas was favorite. Fuck all that favorite shit. That's gay, gang. We ain't playing that favorite shit, gang. We ain't playing that. So you don't want to bring my name up until you try to throw dirt on my name. That don't make sense, gang. How he reach out to me but don't reach out to you about the show if y'all niggas the favorite, gang? That don't even make sense. So that throw a wrench in his story right there. You get what I'm saying? So it's wrenches in his story. I'm not saying the nigga didn't speak no truth on this bitch, but you ain't speak all facts either. You left out shit. You only made yourself look good, gang. You get what I'm saying? Like, you only spoke on the good shit about yourself and tried to tarnish my name, what you tried to do then, gang. He told Ro to go live on the Periscope shit. Ro didn't go live on his own. He told that nigga do that shit. He wanted to get clout off that shit. You get what I'm saying? Everything was a clout move for gang. For real, for real.
Well, since you got the day one start from the text from Chief Keef, this group text, talk about the lineage of that time. Talk about that day until the day of that Dee Potts has a problem with.
Okay. So, like I said, Sosa reach out or whatever. So, niggas happy as hell. I'ma bring it up. We at the studio at my OG crib. Legendary studio, by the way. A lot of motherfucking Detroit rappers been to my studio. A lot of Detroit niggas that got name in the streets, period, that don't rap or tried to rap, been through my studio. You get what I'm saying? If I take you through that bitch, it's all type of names on that bitch. T Grizzly name on that bitch. All type of shit. All the All-Star Bar Hard niggas. Pablo.
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers names on that bitch, gang. So the bitch is legendary for one. So, like I said, Sosa reach out to us, whatever. So niggas geeked or whatever. So boom, we already working. So we instantly drop a tape. And probably like a couple days, it's called 10:30 to click that Stole Christmas. We did that shit in probably 2-3 days. Did that shit, dished that shit out, boom. So boom, like I said, we still working. So like I said, Sosa fly us out, we get out there, whatever. Niggas chopping it up and shit, and shout out to Sosa. You feel me? When niggas out there kicking it with him, it's like, I'm kicking it with these niggas right here. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like no, yeah, it's Sosa. Yeah, he was like, you feel me? He one of the nigga favorite rappers and all that type of shit. But it's like, the bond was like a regular bond. It wasn't like no star type shit, because we just kicking it about regular shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we kicking it. We shoot to the studio out there, whatever. We, me, Potts, motherfucking Lil Flash, Ball Out, and a nigga, I think, dog name, if I'm wrong, I think it's Meatball Garantino or some shit like that. I think that's his name, Meatball Tarantino or some shit like that. Shout out the gang though. We go to the studio, and this another thing, you feel me? Shout out to Sosa, because he ain't know us from shit for real. And we all, like, we from you feel me? We from Detroit, nigga. We could have did anything to dog. Like, not to say it like that, but he invited us into his home. Like, well, that's why I said the bond was like some regular shit. So mind you, everything good. We recorded a couple songs out that bitch, whatever, boom. We come back. That's the mistake. We should have never came back. That's the first mistake. We should have never came back. We should have stayed out that bitch working. Tell the bros keep working, so they can come out this bitch. You get what I'm saying? We should have played it like that. Boom, we came back. We still working though when we come back. That's what I'm saying. Dog left out so much shit. Soon as we came back, me and him did a one whole mixtape and almost finished the second mixtape before the incident happened. So soon as we came back, we working. Dog ain't saying none of that, but the whole time it's like, look, of course niggas get big-headed. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a man, bro. I can speak my wrongs. I got big-headed. Everybody got big-headed. We thought we was, you feel me? We was the first niggas from the city at that time doing that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? So it hit niggas fast. So motherfucking we record the first tape, boom, we dropped that bitch. It's called Guns and Butter. We dropped that. That bitch is doing what it's doing, whatever. We working on the second one the whole time. It's like animosity in the air when I'm coming around to certain spots that the bros at. Certain bros speaking to me saying what up, certain bros not saying what up. You get what I'm saying? So I'm peeping it every time. I'm the type of nigga, gang, I peep shit and I'm like, all right, that's what it is. If dog on hoe shit with me, that don't mean I'm gonna be on hoe shit with him. That doesn't make me just as much of a hoe ass nigga as dog. You get what I'm saying? So I peep the shit. And next time I come around, I might say what up again. And if you don't say what up again, I know that that's for sure what it is. I ain't tripping. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a couple times I came around the spots where bros was at. And like I said, certain bros would say what up, certain bros wouldn't say what up. So I'm like, damn, I'm peeping in this shit. So I'm the incident that dog brought up with my OG. Shout out to my mama. You feel me? The incident dog brought up with my OG. All right, so look, we on the block. We used to be on the block all the time. Like, whether if it was this block, and that hood, but our main spot that we used to be at is on 8 Mile. So we on the block, and it's just regular shit. The bros barbecuing and shit, niggas getting blow, all type of shit, just out that bitch chilling. Motherfucking hoes pulling up, all type of shit, just regular bro shit. So I'm in the back shooting a video. Hold on, first, when I pull up, like I said, certain niggas saying what up, certain niggas ain't. So Dog got his own little circle of niggas like he told you in the interview. He got his own little circle of niggas who he fuck with and shit and whatever. Like niggas that's gonna do whatever he say, all that type of shit. I never been no type of nigga that's gonna do whatever no nigga say. I got my own mind. I'ma listen to what you say. If it makes sense, then that's what it is. If it don't, I ain't gonna just do it just because of who you is. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm on the block. We all on the block. I'm in the back shooting a video called Tweaking with Lando. Shout out to Lando. He shoot my videos when Lando shooting videos at the time. Hip Hop Lab. He shoot my video Tweaking. I'm in the back shooting a video. One of the bros that's in his inner circle is in the back with me shooting a video because he still fuck with me. You get what I'm saying? He still fuck with me to this day. Yeah. He ain't picked like no side type shit. So, motherfucker, I'm in the back shooting a video. All I hear is, Buda, dog, come get your mama, dog. This all I hear from the front. Mind you, I'm in the back shooting a video, so the music playing on the phone, so it's low as hell. So I hear everything. You get what I'm saying? So I hear it. I run to the front. I'm like, what's going on? My mama, she doing her daily stroll. You feel me? That's her neck of the woods. That's her daily stroll. Ain't got shit to do with shit. She gonna go that way regardless. So she doing her daily stroll, nigga. She asked, where was my son at? Cause I didn't go see my mama that day when I came to the hood. I went straight to the block and stopped right there. And then I was gonna make my way down the street because it's down the street from my OG crib. Yeah. But I stopped right there first to do the video, all that shit. So boom, I walked to the front.
You gotta hit that microphone.
Yeah, you're talking past the mic a lot.
You hear me now?
I'll fix it.
Let him handle it real quick.
So I walked to the front, and my OG, I'm like, what the fuck going on? My OG like, these bitches say they don't fuck with you. It was never no, I went and told my OG, nigga said I don't fuck with me. No, she was doing her daily stroll, like I said, walking past. And she asked, where was my son? Because she seen them. So every time she see them, she see me. Because you feel me? They my circle. They my niggas. So every time she seen them, every time, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. So he said, my mama said, these bitches said they don't fuck. These bitches said they don't fuck with you. I'm like, what you talking about? Then he looking at shit. My mama smacked him or whatever. And he was like, you feel me? He talked about he stuck his chin up and shit. I went up there to see all that. So I don't know if that's what Dog did. But I know out of the respect for my mama, that nigga wasn't gonna do shit because my family know his family type shit. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And my mama used to, like, that's what type of mama my OG is. She used to cut into motherfuckers, let them know when they wrong, when they right. Whether if she was tripping or not, she gonna let a motherfucker know. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So she wasn't in the wrong at all for smacking Dog. He was in the wrong for saying that to my OG. Like, nigga, you ain't saying, like I said, niggas not saying nothing to my face. It's just when I'm coming around, motherfuckers not saying nothing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't get where the fuck the problem came from. Like I said, everybody was big headed and shit, but like, nigga, that don't make no sense to me, gang. Like, yeah. Then you come on this bitch saying the shit about the show and shit, and like I said, like, nigga, you caught yourself up because up until this interview, guy, he never said that he talked to Sosa too and Sosa told him the same thing. He had everybody thinking that I only talked to Sosa about the show. Didn't nobody else know that he talked to Sosa that day up until that interview, guy. So when I'm watching the interview, I'm looking like, okay. Then when he slipped up, I said, oh, this bitch ass nigga. This nigga slipped up and said some shit. Like, I've been waiting on that because I've been confused all these years. You gotta think about it. It's one of the bros like these the bros. If I ain't with them, I was with him and his circle of niggas. Like, literally, like, you feel me? Like, that's what it was. Like, I was one of the bros that was good with all the bros. Even if some bros got some animosity, whatever the case may be. I was the glue to all that shit because I had the studio. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So everybody had to see everybody either way it go. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Type shit. So
he people found some contradictions in what he said, right? By saying that he first said that you told him one thing and then said that you didn't tell him, and that Chief Keef said something and then that he didn't say something, and then you caught him up while you were watching that interview and something that wasn't true, right? Was that the only fabrication that you found in the entire interview?
I mean, don't get me, like I said, he was majority, and the bros, they could speak after, they could speak and say whatever they say when I'm done. But for the most part, it's like Dog try to make himself just seem like he was just motherfucking King Kong around this bitch. Like, that's not what it is, gang. Yeah, you was robbing niggas and shit, gang. I give you that, but you, like, come on now, gang. You wasn't speaking about shit when all of us was laying in bushes waiting on the ops to ride past. You ain't speaking on that shit. You ain't speaking on other shit when all the bros was there doing all that shit. You just making it seem like you was just doing that shit. You get what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. That was your lane. That was your only income. You get what I'm saying? That was your only lane. I had a bag at that time. I was moving a bag at that time. This is years ago, so nigga can speak on that now. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, nigga, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
And let me go back to this too. The nigga tried to make it seem like the nigga back to the, like I said, with the Periscope shit. The shit was all for clout. Like, nigga, he told Ro to do that. He told Ro to record that. He thought he was gonna come down on my shit and punk me on camera, and that's what it was. He tried to smack me, my reflexes stepped back, and we got it popping after that. You get what I'm saying? They did that, and he tried to make it seem like that was that. That's not what all that's happened after that, gang. Real shit happened after that, gang. Like I said, this years ago. So I can speak on that. And he could comment on this bitch and say if I'm lying or not. Him and the circle of niggas that he used to be with used to do like little petty ass shit. Like, he ain't necessarily used to do it because that wasn't his style. I ain't gonna cap, but the niggas he was with was recording. Like I said, he wouldn't record it himself, but he'd have other niggas record it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
the niggas he was with a ride past, like, recording my OG house and shit. Like, I was scared to come back to that area or something. Like, I ain't been in that area for majority of my fucking life. You get what I'm saying? So one day the nigga riding past and shit, they coming down the side street, St. Martin's, gang. They coming down the side street. I see one of the niggas that he with that's in his circle. They go live. I get the notification. I see they go live, gang. I see that they got to turn on my OG block because down the street is where we post at. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they coming down this way, they making a left on my OG block. So I see they on live and shit. They recording it, trying to be funny and shit. They get like a house from my OG, like a house or two on the side, like from my OG shit. I instantly step out that bitch. Shit start flying on my end and his end. I ain't get hit or he ain't get hit because I ain't gonna lie, it was some dumbass shit, but you ain't gonna try to make it seem like a nigga ain't stand on business about shit, nigga. You tried to ride past on some funny shit and I let that bitch go at your bitch ass. You let shit go back, but nigga, don't try to make it seem like other shit didn't happen behind that situation, gang. And that one never supposed to come out. This nigga done did like 3-4 interviews speaking on this shit, gang. I never spoke on this shit. So it's like certain shit I was gonna sweep under the rug or it wasn't worth speaking on because that's bro business. It's all between the bros type shit. But no, nigga, you coming on this bitch capping and shit on my name, gang. Trying to throw dirt on my name years later like you was trying to do then, gang. Like, and that's your only angle to do whatever you got going on right now.
Yeah.
Just drop music, gang. Why you still speaking on niggas on lame ass like capping, nigga, years later? That's lame as hell, gang.
Probably because the attention it received was like massive, like the first diss track or whatever. Like the response to it's like, all right, let's just keep doing this maybe. Like you're seeing the response. But and also another thing too is when he talked about that situation, it seemed like that was the straw that broke the camel's back because the situation with Chief Keef and you guys are all supposed to be there together and he felt like there was people that were
He made it there.
Yeah.
I didn't make it there, gang. And he talk about the shit that the shit got on the phone. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
He's saying that he making it seem like that's the situation that broke us up. That's not the situation.
That's what he said, like
it
ended everything.
No, the like I said, the little animosity between certain bros. That's what I said, like the certain animosity between the bros. That's why I said I was that bro that could fuck with all the bros, even if some bros didn't fuck with some bros. You get what I'm saying? And anybody that got a circle of bros, they know how that type of shit goes.
So there was conflict before all of this Chief Keef stuff's happening with the show and everything like that. There's
like little petty shit, like little petty big headed shit, like you know what I'm saying?
The beginning happened. Him and Ro got into it first. That's how it happened.
And so this being the moment that he's spotlighting during his interview though with us. Is everything cool? All right, okay, let me fix the microphone. Him spotlighting that during the interview and saying that that's the reason is we don't know why that might be, why he did that, why he might have pointed that out, because you guys are saying there's more to it than just that. But it did seem like after that, that's when diss tracks start flying. That's when your mom slaps him in the face, and all the situations happen where there's internal beef within the group now. Right. Now there's like a highlighted beef within the group that the world can see now, right?
But look, like I told you, once again, I was that bro that could fuck with all the bros. So once you cut ties with me, you cutting ties with the other side of the bros. You get what I'm saying? Because they not gonna pick no side.
Do you think it was a...
Because it's all bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they not
sure.
gonna pick no side. But at the end of the day, the motherfuckers that's gonna just listen to you, that's gonna listen and do whatever you say, of course they gonna go with you. Of course they gonna. You get what I'm saying? Of course they gonna. You get what I'm saying?
Well, you said earlier in the interview, you talked about how Dee Potts possibly makes calculated decisions for clout. Possibly. Like, this is allegedly because we wouldn't know unless we were inside of his mind.
Right.
So in this circumstance, do you think that the situation with that was a way of good way of getting exposure and leaving the group, thinking it's dead now, this group's dead, so might as well just go off on my own, versus like staying in it?
All right, I'm gonna get to that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to what you just said, but
Okay,
he tried to say like he basically was trying to make it seem like on here too, like we wasn't shit before he came around. This nigga, Ro, and Jew. We was the first. You get what I'm saying? It was us. He came around because he seen what the fuck we had going on.
He said during the
You get
interview,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said during the interview that when you guys were making music, you guys were trying to fit the mold. That there was the blueprint in Detroit of how to rock yourself, how to put yourself in videos, and that when he came, he said, "Yo, fuck all that. Let's get down to the griminess that it really is. Like, let's not flaunt anything. Like,
No.
let's
But
be
when we
real."
started making music, we was
That's
making that shit
cap.
for fun, gang.
That's cap because
You know what I'm talking about?
because our music, it wasn't no trying to fit no mold, because our music was that's why our music was genuine. That's why people fucked with it, because you can't mold that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't mold that. You can't mold that.
What he was saying in the
gang.
interview more so is like the apparel, right? Like, if we didn't have it, we weren't gonna rock it in the videos.
Bro, look, that was him. That was him. That's why he ain't had no shirt in majority of the videos, gang. Because if he didn't have it, he couldn't do it. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I said, gang. Other niggas had certain shit going on. Different bros had different hustles and shit, gang. I had the bag at the time. I'm gonna always keep myself up to date, gang.
Well,
Always.
We'll come back to D in a second and come back to that story in a second. Let's talk about StuntHard itself, the group itself, you guys itself, real quick, and we'll get back into Dee Potts' story in a second here. Just so people have history on you guys, talk about the start of the group and what made StuntHard like even push forward in the first place.
All right, the bros can chime in. I'm gonna start it off. I've been rapping. You feel me? I had the studio and shit going. I had the studio set up in my crib and shit. I've been rapping. Me and my big brother, we bought the studio equipment together and we put the shit together and shit. I've been rapping. I met Hill and Ro probably like around like middle school time. So this probably like 7th, 8th grade type shit.
What year are we talking about roughly?
Like, damn, you about to show.
All right, well, what era of music? All right, we don't have
niggas ain't that old, but you about to show niggas.
Okay,
age
for
on
sure,
this
for sure.
bitch,
We can
gang.
skip over that time.
But no, that's, you feel me?
Old as hell. I can't even think of your.
Yeah, no, we gonna keep it a band. Like,
Okay, for sure.
That's like 07, 08.
Okay,
because
cool.
I met Tez probably like 09.
So this is kind of like Doughboy's Cash Out era.
Yeah.
This like Scales in my kitchen, Scales in my kitchen when they
Wow.
first dropped that.
Wow.
When they first, that's what really made me,
That
because
was
like I
like an
said,
inspiration to us type shit.
yeah, because like I was saying, like I've been wanted to rap type shit, but I'm gonna keep it a band with you. I kind of like dumbed myself down. Like, so that's not necessarily like no mold and shit that he talk about, but I kind of like dumbed myself down to like to get like the city to fuck with me, because I seen what type of music they was fucking with from Doughboys. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So once I did that, it's like, okay, and then the bros, he wanted to rap. Ro always wanted to make beats and rap and shit. I mean, Ro wanted to make beats and shit, so he was rapping and shit. Then Tez came around, then he started fucking with us on the shit, and then that's what it was. Niggas put the shit together.
Right.
And then everything else formed after that. You get what I'm saying?
And it must have been at that time.
Hey, you feel me? Y'all niggas say what you feel me? What you want?
At that time, right? It cost a lot of money to make music at that time. Still, it wasn't like it is today, where anybody could have a camera. Well, when you guys found Bangay Javar and stuff like that to shoot videos for $50, this was like a new era of being able to shoot videos for that cost.
Right.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
you
That's why I
got
said
to-
it
you
didn't
got
cost
to-
that much. Yeah, because
Yeah,
we had
and-
Buda with the studio.
But
then
nobody
we had
was
Javar.
doing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Though nobody was doing that probably
Two
until.
times. We had Jabbar 2 times.
Yeah,
Can you see
2 times.
anybody that was budgeting that low at that time
Hell
though?
no. That's why I used to love that shit.
Yeah, like there was nobody like shooting $50 videos at that time. Like that was the time where you're spending $500 to $1,000 on a music video minimum with TNB Productions and shit
Yeah,
like that.
shoot a
Right?
$50 video, then that bitch do
That
a
video
million.
that
It's
he was
crazy.
talking about too, because he brought that shit up too. He said, and that was another lie that he got caught in. First he said, we started shooting videos because of his phone. Remember he said he recorded the shit on the phone. But we had the All These Hoes Trife video shot before that.
Yeah, but look,
And the only reason we didn't put the All These Hoes Trife video out, and God rest his soul, is to Ace. You feel me? Ace kept saying he had the cheese, and we ain't meet the deadline because he kept bullshitting us. Like, we could have all paid the cheese if we wanted to. But you know, somebody be like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? We believe in he got it. You know what I'm saying?
and 10B videos at that time wasn't no fucking 500.
Hell no.
Like you
10B
said,
videos
10B is
think that shit was like $1,500
that's
or something.
Beezy and motherfucking T. That's motherfucking the dog that's on Moolah Films now, and that's directed by Beezy.
Exactly. Yeah.
They shit wasn't never no fucking 500 gang.
like
What fuck is you
1,500.
talking? Shit was like 1,500, 2,000.
Right.
We like 16, 17, 15, 16, 17 years old around the time of that All These Hoes Trife video he talked about before he came along.
So would you-
and hold on, I ain't gonna cap. He was recording like but he was recording like little vlog shit.
But that didn't make
It wasn't music video type shit. It was vlog type shit. You get what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this though: as far as budgeting and production is concerned, was there anybody shooting as low as budget as you guys were at that time? Because he was basically saying you like StuntHard was the beginning of shooting at the lowest budget possible to get these productions out.
I mean, you could say that because you could say that because a lot of the cameraman that's popping now came along after that. You get what I'm saying? Like CT, we did his
when he was
first
in
video.
school. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in school,
Shout out
first shooting
CT
videos.
Films.
And he hit me up and was like, I want to shoot one of y'all videos. That's how we got the I'm a Hot Boy Baby video.
Yeah.
That's CT Films first.
And then he
video.
shot, I think, a video for you after that type shit. Yeah.
And so, with you guys doing this micro budgeting for music videos and really using social media to your advantage and everything like that, it's obviously a smart little blueprint that everybody can kind of look at and kind of replicate, right, at that time. So you guys are competing with major groups at that time, basically, right? Because you're dealing with Team Eastside, you're dealing with Doughboys, you're dealing with, like, it's either you guys or who else at that time. That's
I
really
wouldn't say
really-
we was competing with them because they all fucked with us.
Not
Like,
competing, but more so like this is another group that's happening at the same time as us.
Yeah, but that's why I said I wouldn't say competing because, like, when we started rapping, all of them then they reached out. Like, I did a song with Peasy, you did a song with, you feel me, Payroll, all them.
I got a few songs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they
Sure.
reached out. So
But-
it was,
Yeah,
go
go-
say what you about to say.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and as far as we made an impact. So like as far as the style of rap and the style of videos, we was the first to do that for sure. So it's like we weren't necessarily competing with them because they was more so flashy type shit and all that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? So we weren't necessarily competing with them. So once we locked in and we like, okay, once we sure this what it is, because this what we doing every day anyways.
Yeah.
Why not do the shit in front of the camera for our videos? We weren't thinking about no wild shit like no cops or no shit like that. We like, fuck it, this what it is. We doing this every day anyway, so we gonna do this shit in front of the camera. Fuck it.
Talk about the progression of it though. Like, when did you guys start seeing feedback for the music and as the group itself?
I seen that shit when me and you first started rapping.
Yeah.
And what were you using to gauge it? Was it like YouTube and shit at the time? Like, what was
Well,
the
me
way?
and him first started rapping?
Yeah, what was the way
Hell
of gauging
no,
like how
me
much
and you
people were
first started
fucking
rapping, we
with
was putting our shit on Crush Spot. Our first song was on
No,
Crush Spot.
that shit go back
That's
to the
what I'm saying.
I
Like,
days,
you
for
feel
sure,
me?
for sure.
Like,
That shit
yeah,
go
we
back-
had
for sure go
I-Meme
back
and
to
all
the
that. You remember
I
I-Meme?
days.
No,
But-
What?
But
I don't know. I remember like, so you guys were able to see your views and also maybe when you're
Yeah.
walking around the city.
no,
people-
everything was on YouTube though, for sure.
Yeah, it was on
like,
YouTube,
Like
for
we
sure.
ain't get to all the other platforms and shit like Apple Music and all that shit until like later on down
Right,
the
for
line.
sure.
But it all like if you look up to this day, you can search probably StuntHard TV on YouTube and shit.
Yeah,
you
that
gonna
was
see
our
all
first
our
YouTube
old shit.
channel.
Like we straight uploaded it to that. Like we straight uploaded that shit up to that.
So talk about the response and the biggest hits that you guys realized were the city was really diving into.
Well, of course, Go Crazy. I ain't even on that song. I'm sick. Let me tell the story. I'm sick. I'm not on that song, gang. Because I would have been on that song, gang, if I was at the studio that day. I went at the studio. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga used to be high as hell, gang. So I don't know where the fuck I was at that time. I ain't gonna lie. But I was sick as hell. I wasn't on that song. That's one of the. But I was happy as hell. Abe said my name in the song and shit. Hey, shout out Abe. He said my name in the song and shit.
Yeah.
But that song, and then what else? What other song would y'all say?
What that made us
Like,
feel
this, you got to say shit like before Knock Knock and shit. So you got to say like
nigga, our very first song that made us feel like we went crazy.
Hate Niggas with T Grizzly on that
I
bitch.
was
Hate
about to say
Niggas.
Hate Niggas,
Jew had Stop Line. He had
Yeah.
a solo. He had Stop Line.
So you guys were.
What was the other one we had that Javar shot? We had another video Javar shot. Damn, I be getting
I forgot,
it, nigga.
but that
I
one
was down
song-
on my knuckles. I was throwing bands in this bitch going dumb.
Oh, that
you know
Hate
we
Niggas.
got
I mean, Hate Me.
shooters,
Yeah, Hate Me, yeah.
Like it was like them songs was building up and shit. All that shit was building up. All that shit was building up. And then hold on, and then we had like we started like a little promo run too, like 3 videos in one type shit. Like with shout out 2 Time, we did that. Like all of us did that. Potts
Yeah,
did
like
that.
3
I
different
did
verses.
one. You feel me? Jew did one.
Yeah.
You feel me? We all did that shit. And all that shit was building up. All that shit was bubbling up. Like everything was mixing together. You get what I'm saying? Everything was going for the bigger cause. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's crazy how you bring up T at that time too. This is like obviously way before First Day Out, right? So
Yeah, hell yeah.
you're working with All-Star Ball Hard and everything like that, and this is like when I guess the sounds are being developed for the new generation of listeners, right?
Right.
Because you guys weren't like the Doughboy sound exactly after that. Like you guys created a whole different sound that
That's
preceded.
still used to this day.
That's still used to this day,
Yeah.
and it's not replicatable to that level. So, developing the sound was just natural and organic, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
And you guys are working with these guys that are now all mainstream and everything like that. What was the moment where you guys are walking in the streets and you're seeing the people shouting you guys out and people really seeing you guys in public and just going crazy about that?
Well, that's the thing. Like he said with that YouTube shit, we used to see that shit back in Northland days.
Like niggas
Northland
been had
and
their
they,
own individual names,
Yeah.
like type shit. Like they own like individual
We'll go to
fame,
Northland,
like,
niggas.
Cause
like,
we
hey,
all
that's
from
Buda.
different
Can I take a
areas.
picture? You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
that's crazy.
Swear to God, like we
Like, that shit
all
used
from
to be
different
wild,
areas.
like,
So
real.
in high school, Hill had his own little. You get what I'm saying? He had his own shit going on where motherfuckers knew who he was. You get what I'm saying? Motherfuckers knew who I was. Tez from Joy Road in his area, motherfuckers knew who he was. In that 9K area that he from, motherfuckers knew who he was. You get what I'm saying?
Tez, you
So it's
said
like
jack
everybody had their own name.
That's Tez though. That's Tez.
So you guys are already popping before music, kind of like, or like,
Yeah, we like had a name
Yeah.
before music. Like
Yeah,
face
like
before music.
everything was building. Everything was building. I'm gonna say that everything was building up.
and so with all this building up, what's the first response that you're seeing as far as knowing there's a huge there is a future and possibility in it? Was Chief Keef the first time you guys realized like, oh shit, we just stepped into something big, or was it something before that made you guys realize you had something big coming up?
It was a
It probably was different for all of us for sure. For real.
yeah, it was a couple. I mean, that was probably the biggest. That was the Chief Keef shit was probably the biggest, but it was other incidents that music got us in certain situations, and it's like we wouldn't been in them situations from music.
Can you walk
Or
us through some of
besides, if
those?
we knew our okay, all right. It was once, hold on, and this shout out to Hill. This I'm throwing the alley oop to Hill right here. Motherfucking, we had a motherfucking well, we ain't had no show. YG had a show in the city. This around the time motherfucking Doughboys and YG fucking with Jeezy and shit like that. This
Yeah.
before YG is YG. You get what I'm saying? So he wasn't really shit at that time. So when he tapped into the city, he said he need what he need. You get what I'm saying? By Doughboys fucking with us, shout out to Abe because he from the same block as Kid, Sussex.
Yeah.
So by them fucking with us, they know we the young wild niggas. They know that this what the fuck we got going on. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They tapped in with Hill. Hill got YG ass together. So like certain like not in that sense, he got them together like on the I'm looking out for you type shit. You get what I'm saying? On the I'm looking out for you type shit. And music and us being who we is wouldn't have got us in that situation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was certain shit that music for sure was landing us in certain situations that it's like, okay, this what it is.
Another
This
one
what the
was,
fuck we gotta do.
when we met Frenchie. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, what the fuck?
French
You know,
Montana?
Frenchie,
Frenchie
hell
from
no,
Brick
Frenchie
Squad.
from Brick Squad, Gucci Frenchie.
Yeah.
We had did a song with that nigga.
Was it
I
just
don't
like-
remember how that happened, but he ended up calling us and was like, come to the studio.
Damn.
But
That's
they
what I
was-
do wonder. Like, how is everybody's just figuring out from you about you guys from word of mouth and seeing the streams and seeing the
Yeah,
response
niggas
you guys
just
are getting?
tapping in for sure. Like,
Yeah.
people be calling us like, yo, he around, he want to meet y'all, pull up.
Post Doughboys, what groups were around you guys that you guys were seeing come up and emerge to the same kind of level as
If
you
we-
Hey,
guys?
asking that
if we-
question, that's like asking how StuntHard got started too, because that's like the beginning of groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm talking
if you saying like aside from Doughboys and Team Eastside, then probably Band Gang and the probably All Stars Ball Hard.
Wow.
Before
Far
they
as-
had broke up,
far as
like, as
rapping,
far as groups,
yeah,
you said
far as
groups,
rapping,
Yeah,
right?
groups, right.
But
Yeah,
far as
groups.
rapping, like not street groups, cause shit,
I mean, you
like,
know, Streets Are Us.
that's what I'm saying. Streets Are Us,
H&IC.
HNIC. Them
That's
some of the
not our
first groups.
age. That's not you get what I'm
They
saying?
was out, though.
Yeah, no, they was out for
Yeah,
sure.
they
for
wasn't our
sure.
age
But
group,
as
but they was
far
out.
Like
as
the young and turn.
they more so
The
they
young
more so
niggas,
they
it was
more
just us
so
and Bang Gang for real.
the people that they just said is more so Doughboys and
Yeah,
Team
yeah,
Eastside.
they-
You
they
get what I'm
were,
saying?
yeah.
The people that they just said. So
Wow.
they was out for sure, but they was more so in
Yeah,
they
towards
lane.
our
You get what I'm
era
saying?
coming out, the only people I remember was us, Band Gang, Cambria, Pablo, and Cash Kid for real.
Those are the artists singularly that were going trending at that
I'm the
time.
only people I remember
And
at
of
that
course-
time.
And of
period.
course, Roe. But
Yeah, Roe,
was
but
up-
Roe was
us. You
StuntHard
get what
at
I'm
that
saying?
moment.
So I never like even though he was a solo artist, I still always looked at him as us. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
But at that
Yeah,
moment,
he
he was
was.
StuntHard for sure though.
You said a second ago how StuntHard started and everything like that. Do you feel like we could break into that more?
Hell yeah, shit. Roe down there created StuntHard for real, but StuntHard started.
Mayu.
Yeah, Roe, Mayu, and Enox.
Yeah.
Them was the first three people in StuntHard. But StuntHard had started from when the groups first started.
and the
Like,
people that they just named don't rap.
yeah, they don't rap.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said a lot of shit he said was cap. Cause we started a group on some, just like when groups first started, we just wanted a group that had a name. Like, we just wanted a name for a group. Like, we wasn't doing nothing. We was going to parties. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. We wasn't doing that. We going to parties fighting and shit.
Like, it was so much good shit. It was so much good shit that could have been said on this bitch that wasn't said. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
There was so much good shit that could have been said.
I could've probably, like, steered it into
But
a-
back to what Hill was saying.
Yeah, when we started StuntHard, shit, Roe wanted to start a group, shit, around our age group, because there wasn't no groups around our age group, shit. Me and Roe was down there, like, little bros of another group, CTL. You feel me? A lot of people don't know about that, but that was a group back in the day. They used to throw parties and all that, and they from our hood. You feel me? But me and Roe wanted to be in their group, but we knew we couldn't because them niggas was old. You know what I'm talking about? So Roe like, we gotta make our own shit, gang. You know how Roe is. You feel me? But Roe and Enox ended up coming over StuntHard. Buda, you remember Buda was already rapping. I told them niggas like, man, we gotta fuck with Buda, gang. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, Buda already got the sauce to this shit. You feel me? I'm like, we started rapping, we go to parties. You know what I'm talking about? Tez came around beating up niggas and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Tez came around beating up niggas, but yeah, a lot of that shit was cap, man. We ain't start off as an old rap group or none of that, bro. We was just a lot of niggas that hung around each other. You know what I'm talking about? We were just bros that we just wanted a name because we seen Doughboys had they own group. You know, Team Eastside got their own shit. We like, man, we gotta have our own little name. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And so
And then years later, we still talk about this shit.
Right.
oh
You get what
man,
I'm saying?
no, I remember, man. I remember it's more specifically in 2017. I remember your names like really still being highly talked about. Like I remember that, just always hearing about StuntHard, and I never really got to tap in with you guys. So this is kind of like the first time I ever got to conversate. But I feel like you guys kind of stayed lower under the radar. More recently, like it's not as prevalent. Like you guys aren't like pushing it as a group as hard as you guys used to or whatever.
Shit, we back now, but I ain't gonna lie. When all that shit, when Buddha tell you, bro, I dipped. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not the type of person that's about to pick sides, be in the mix, none of that. I dipped. You know what I'm talking about? And then I came back. I say, you know, we gotta. You feel me? Like Buddha was already still rapping and shit. I'm like, bro, we gotta get this shit back rolling. This shit some bullshit. You know what I'm talking about?
Like after the situation with me and Dog or whatever, like he said, that shit it created like some weird like
A weird vibe, bro.
vibe
It was
type
awkward
shit.
between everybody. Even people that didn't even have
certain
a
niggas
problem,
didn't even
gang.
want to be around certain niggas because, like I told you, shit then ended up getting real. So certain bros didn't want to be around certain bros, all type of shit, because ain't no telling what the fuck was gonna happen. So on that note, like I said, so the music, motherfuckers stopped recording together, all that shit. I kept recording and shit, but I didn't like keep going as far as like as a nigga should and shit. But like motherfuckers still got some shit. It's still on the flow. It's still on the flow for sure.
Sure, like the name is not like it's anytime you can reemerge, right? It's just the deciding factor of when to do it, right?
Right.
One thing Dee did say in the interview was that like he felt like that was the end of the group after that, and you guys felt this weird animosity, like whatever feelings all the groups were having was causing this issue where you guys couldn't push forward after that. But the thing is, it's like, did him doing that cause it, or was it literally the whole situation with Chief Keef that caused it? Because like, how can
the
one?
Sosa shit ain't had nothing to do with it at all. Because if, as you see, as from what he said in his interview with you, he said that the shit that he said that he told Sosa to did it over the he said some police shit or some shit like that, over the police coming to his crib and shit. He said he told Sosa to did it. So that don't got shit to do with StuntHard ending. You get what I'm saying? That got something to do with us fucking with Sosa on that level, because he said as long as Sosa fuck with us, the police gonna fuck with us. He said dog said that. That's what they told.
So I think sometimes people, from what I've seen from a lot of groups, I've seen a lot of groups rise and fall or whatever the situation may be, and it just comes down to one person realizing like, oh, we're not gonna go anywhere further, so I might as well just dip and create something on my own by tearing down everybody else.
Before that, if you pay attention and just read between the lines of what he told you, like if we at the top, why the hell you trying to start another group?
Yeah, he was talking about multiple groups, basically.
Why? We already right there, gang. All we gotta do is keep working. The fuck you want to make a whole nother group with some other people for?
Yeah, he mentioned like he was making he mentioned Gucci Mane or somebody doing that same thing, so he wanted to take that blueprint
That's
and replicate.
cool, but we at the top already, gang. All we gotta do is make that one move, and we.
Unless he knew.
I'm gonna keep it a band. Look, I'm gonna keep it a band, gang. Honestly, like I said, Ro was us, but he was a solo. He wanted to be a solo artist, so he seen, by that being his cut, he seen the success and shit that Ro getting. He damn near wanted Ro position. Honestly, he wanted to be that solo art, because Potts was dropping solo songs and they was doing what they was doing or whatever. So he was saying he probably thinking to himself like, I could do this shit too. Like he doing it by himself, I could do this shit too. I don't necessarily need niggas.
That's what I'm saying. He could have possibly either seen a sinking ship and been like, let me jump off and create my own shit. Or he could have just, or he could have been like, this is the height.
Never sinking, though.
Or he could have seen like, this is the height, and I can take it to the next level by separating myself. Like, it
That's
could have
cool
been,
too, but when
I'd have to talk to him again.
Ro separated, like that's the thing, bro. Before a lot of niggas came around, bro, we had meetings, gang. You know what I'm talking about? A nigga had a problem, nigga. We got to meet up. We got to scrap. You know what I'm talking about? We not putting it on camera, none of that.
No.
You feel me? We gonna tell each other the problem. We gonna scrap. After that, we about to smoke. You feel me? But when Ro separated, Ro came to us was like, hey, I'm still StuntHard, gang. Y'all still, we still bros, but I'm about to start making beats and I'm about to do my own thing. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Even if he felt like that, you could have pulled us to the side and be like, hey, y'all still the bros, but I'm about to do this. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't no be behind our back making separate ass groups and telling your little yes man and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit fool, man.
I asked him a question during the interview that I'm going to ask you guys too, because, you know, you do see a lot of mainstream artists will come to Detroit or any city and they'll have like their own patrol, basically. They'll pick a rap group, a rap artist and be like, you know, I need you to take care of me while I'm out here, make sure I'm good while I'm out here. Mm-hmm. And he said that you guys were doing the same thing for Chief Keef and anything like that. And I did wonder the question, like, do you feel like maybe there's a possibility you guys were being used at all and that there was never going to ever be an actual real opportunity? And that maybe D's seen that coming.
Used by what? Used by Chief Keef?
Yeah, because like imagine a label or imagine an artist going like,
then now this go back. My bad to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But this go back to a nigga thinking he King Kong. You get what I'm saying? This go back to him thinking that he King Kong. Sosa wasn't fucking with us for no fucking protection. He was fucking with us because we was on the same type time he was on. You get what I'm saying? we was around the same age. We around the same age. You get what I'm saying? We was on the same type time him and his niggas was on. So he fucked with us and he fucked with our music. He ain't need us for no fucking protection.
Okay.
Like I said, that's dog trying to make himself seem like he's King Kong. You get what I'm saying? That's all that was. Sosa was fucking with us because he genuinely wanted to fuck with us. You get what I'm saying? Because he fucked with our music. And he probably seen the potential.
I me and Sosa ain't mess with each other, but Wappa tell you and Tez tell you he DM'd them niggas when this shit they got into it and told him like, damn, bro, I ain't want this shit to happen.
Like motherfucking like him basically saying Sosa was fucking us for protection. You basically saying we ain't had no potential, nigga. Like that's dumb.
Well, because you see a lot of artists that do delegate throughout the time. They'll help artists get through, and then you'll never see that artist that did help get anything out of it at the end of it. And sometimes like the artist will cut ties with them at the last moment or whatever, or like they'll wait for something bad to happen to cut ties.
Now look,
or whatever.
Everything happened so fast. If we went out there in February, me and him, all that shit happened by April.
Okay, so this is way okay.
All this shit happened so fast. You get what I'm saying? So it wasn't necessarily no time to even put everything. Like I'm 10 times out of 10, like situations like that, like signing or whatever the case may be, that shit it's probably a process, right?
Yeah.
So, and within that process, we fucked up the process. You get what I'm saying? Within the process, we fucked up the process.
So do you guys collectively agree that it was a collaborative effort that this didn't work out, or do you guys point fingers and say like, well, specifically these people are the reasons why this didn't end up working out?
Well, like I said, if his whole argument or his whole reasoning, you talk about with the Sosa shit, right?
Yeah.
Right. So if his whole argument for all these years was that, you feel me, I said niggas couldn't come to the show type shit.
I can show you that's cap.
And if he's came on your show and said that he talked to Sosa too and he told him the same thing, like I said, that retract everything you said, gang.
Mm-hmm.
So hell yeah, I'm pointing the finger at dog. He fucked it up.
Yeah.
For what, nigga? You fucked it up for what, nigga?
All right.
For what? Because you wanted to be the head honcho? Listen, gang, all we had to do was keep working and bring all the bros in the dough, gang. That's all we had to do. You wanted to just get in the dough by yourself. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. If I'm telling you the niggas that he said want to come and all that type of shit, and he told you the same thing, like, come on, gang. And then you said that, come on now, gang. So you really did all this shit for no reason, gang. You tried to do it to better yourself, but it didn't better shit. It fucked up everything.
Yeah. You know, it's so interesting how many views that interview generated. It generated 10,000 views in 5 days. And I'm not, no shade on Dee Potts, but he wasn't like at a consistent level where like most people don't get those type of views on an interview when they're like staying low key and just reemerge, like. Right. But I think it's because of the name StuntHard that everybody's watching. And he
did 3 more interviews prior to this, and they didn't do it as they wasn't as successful.
And I think it's because everybody's super interested in you guys.
Yeah,
like
facts,
everybody's
facts,
super interested
facts.
in StuntHard, and where it's
Facts.
at, what's happening, what it was, and what it can be.
Facts.
So what's been the thought process for you guys now? Like now keeping everybody updated.
Shit, this StuntHard right here.
For sure. Just this 3 right here?
Yeah, it's us and Ro. Ro not StuntHard, but Ro with us.
For sure. And what do you guys...
No, shout out my baby Drew Cash too, man. Shout out my baby Drew Cash, man.
What's been on your guys' mind as far as collectively getting back into this thing and pushing forward? I know there's still been consistency individually and everything like that, but I'm saying as far as like the group and possibly just taking it to the next level again. Have you guys thought of that yet, or are you guys still just kind of taking it day by day?
Shit, we working though.
Not blow to say, what was the question?
He said,
I'm saying like, what's the plan to basically take it to the next level again?
Shit, get back working, bro.
For
get
sure.
back working. We've been recording.
Shit,
we got a lot of music recorded. Like
we got down there like 100 songs.
We got a tape from. We got a whole tape that we recorded damn near 2021. We ain't dropped. We got a damn near tape for every year leading up to not damn near, bro. Because we just been recording so many songs. Like over the years, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, we just got to get back in front of this, in front of that. We got to get back in front of up under that. We got to get back in front of that. We got to get back in front of these. You feel me? In front of people. That's what they want to see. Yeah, they want to hear. Yeah, we can drop some shit on Apple Music and shit. They want to see this shit.
Well,
they want to see what the fuck going on. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
So That's all it is. That's what it is. We got to get back in front of this.
As far as I'm sure you guys get a lot of DMs from fans and people, supporters and everything. What's like the most reoccurring message that you guys have been getting individually and even as a group?
When the fuck is you dropping? Every man, hey, it's not a gas station I go in Detroit, Mount Clemens, anywhere in Michigan. It's not a fucking gas station I go in. A motherfucker not saying when is you dropping, gang?
Bro,
and I know it's the same for him. I know it's the same for him.
Shout
That's
out to
the
bro,
main question.
Yesterday, gang.
That's the main question.
just
When you
asked me that
dropping,
shit
gang?
like, damn,
When you
what's
dropping,
up?
gang? When you dropping, gang? After your interview, niggas see me. When you dropping, gang? You get what I'm saying? I seen dog talking. When you dropping, gang? You see what I'm saying? So it's like you said, motherfuckers, they still intrigued. They still interested. They still want to see what the fuck going on.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah.
As far as you guys paying attention to the landscape of Detroit music right now and everything that's been happening, what have you been paying attention to? What are you proud of, and what are some things you wish you could correct a little bit?
I fuck with it. I feel like it's still missing like our sound, but I fuck with it. Shout out to everybody that's doing their shit in the city right now. I fuck with it.
How you feel?
I feel like it's missing our sound for sure. Cause look, like, and our sound is still getting spreaded because Ro Beats is behind a lot of these niggas beats. Rocane Beats, and Rocane Beats is part of our sound. You get what I'm saying? So our sound still getting out there, but it's still missing our sound. I feel like.
So bring that back, right? Get that more involved. It does feel like there's something missing for sure. Because in 2017, when I was paying attention to the music scene more so, I felt like a completeness somewhere. Like it was still, everybody was like trying to figure it out, trying to make stuff happen, but there was a fullness to it.
Yeah.
Like you knew where everybody was at, you knew who was making these sounds, you knew where these people were happening, but now it seems like everybody's
all over the
becoming
place.
individual stars. Yeah. Like everybody's becoming individual stars, and there isn't really like that fullness anymore that represents the sound. It's more just individuals breaking out, basically. Would you agree with that, or do you think that there still is like a contribution happening from a lot of areas?
I mean, like you said, they is like a lot of people is putting on individually, but at the end of the day, it's all putting on for the city, for real,
Facts,
for real.
yeah.
Rather if motherfuckers is working together, fucking with each other, whatever the case may be, it's putting the city in the position that we was supposed to been in. You get what I'm saying? Shit that we was out here doing this shit for. You get what I'm saying? Everything that's going on now is what the fuck we was putting the work in for it to get to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You guys
and that's why I said it's missing our sound, because like I said, our sound still being used by the younger generation, the people that came up under us that inherited that sound and shit like that. But yeah,
just be
shit
honest,
missing
how
our
much of your
sound.
life is dedicated towards music right now versus like personal things you have to handle before you can actually focus on music?
Honestly, bro, I'm always thinking about music, but like personal shit probably overweigh it for sure. I'm always thinking about, I got shit recorded. I got a whole tape that I'm about to drop called Still Goated. I'm about to drop that shit. A nigga still recording shit, but
record all the time.
like I said, nigga just gotta get back in front of this, man. This the main thing. Gotta just get back in front of this, bro.
Right. It's the world of it's the time of content, right? Now it's all about content creation
Man, I
consistently.
just told these niggas that, man.
Facts.
Niggas don't never want to listen to me, gang. I'm telling these niggas, gang.
That's probably like, it's a huge factor, right? Like we just had Isham on here a second ago before you guys walked in here. He's a Detroit pioneer, Detroit legend from the game, and I almost wanted to bring up that point to him too. Is like, to stay relevant these days, you have to stay on social media. Unfortunately, it's like part of the game.
And that's what a lot of artists don't understand now. You gotta do more than just music, gang. That's why you said content. You feel me? You gotta dive deeper in the internet than just do music, bro. Like they want to see, like he said, they want to see you vlog. You know what I'm saying? They want to see all that. They don't just see music.
I got some Leafs on the way too, gang. Hey, I'm about to get on my Soulja Boy shit, gang.
For sure.
I'm the first Detroit rapper with some Leafs, gang. Everybody got, I don't know. You might can retract that. You might can go look, but I know niggas got their own strands. But I don't know niggas got their own Leafs, like the 5-pack pre-cut joints, like the, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no other Leafs names and shout them out. But like the 5-pack joints that y'all get from the store for the $10, $11, $12, nigga, come over here to get fuck with my Leafs. They gonna be half that. Same shit, gang.
So you're developing your own brand of Leafs right now?
Yeah, I partner with, I seen somebody that was doing, because I always wanted to I smoke weed like a motherfucker. So I always wanted to get off into that anyway. So I'm like, okay, when I pop back out with my music, what's another way that I can pop out and brand some shit too at the same time? Like more like a reinvention type shit. Like bringing something fresh.
Yeah.
And so I stumbled across somebody who was already like trying to do the same thing. And I'm like, all right, look, bro. Shout out his name, Ski and shit. I'm like, bro, you ain't really, you feel me? I got the notoriety and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I already wanted to do this anyway, so let's partner with this shit and let's get this shit in motion.
Sure.
So the shit in motion now, you feel me? They'll be out by probably, dogs really said, by whenever the hash bash shit be. I think that shit be like sometime this month going into April.
Cool.
It be
I
like
think
some
that's
shit
like
like
April or
that, so they might be out around that time, but I say spring. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple of like little test little runs to show motherfuckers and shit. Just check my page out. I'll post them and shit like
I'm
that.
joints fire though.
Is there anything you guys want to announce before we sign off, man?
I got a solo tape on the way called Still Goated. We got group music on the way.
Shit. Go look up my music, bro. I always drop music in.
Sure. Tez, you haven't
You
said a
know?
damn thing this entire damn interview.
That's the janky man. That's the janky man. He don't say much.
Well, any last thoughts or anything? Is there anything else you guys were thinking about before coming on here that you wanted to mention before we sign off? I don't want to miss anything. I got cut up for the last time. I cut out the interview too short.
All right, yeah, this the last thing. Like, we did so much shit for this shit, gang. I'm about to look at all these cameras, gang. We did so much shit for this shit. When Dog came on this shit and said that little bullshit, you only tarnishing the shit that we did for this shit, gang. You get what I'm saying? We already don't get our respect that we supposed to get. Then you come saying some fool ass, lame ass shit like that. That's throwing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like niggas, when niggas do interview, they don't bring up certain shit. Shout out to a couple people that brought our names up in interviews. I seen a couple interviews with you. A couple people brought our name up. So shout out to them. But
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
yeah, but for the most part, like, we don't really get that love for real. So to come on a big platform like your platform, gang, and to say all bad shit, no good shit, that's lame as hell, nigga. So give us our respect,
then,
nigga.
bro,
we
we not
coming
even
back,
ops,
and it's
bro.
all that.
We
on
not
all
our
that.
op, gang.
But that's why I keep bringing up certain shit about the shit, because, like I said, gang, I ain't never spoke on this shit, gang.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's-
I ain't never spoke on
and
this
that's
shit,
why we
gang.
wanted to
Niggas that
do
did
an
3, 4,
interview, 'cause
5
we like,
interviews speaking
damn,
on this
bro,
shit,
like,
gang.
since this
I never
happened,
spoke
we
on
didn't
this shit,
say
gang.
nothing to you, gang.
That's why I hit up Buda. I was like, yo, you have like 3 pages that are dead pages, by the way. So I was trying to contact you. I'm like, I'm messaging all these pages that don't exist. And I'm like, I'm trying to get in contact with you because I need to
Yeah.
talk to you about this before we drop it out of respect. I was like, I'm not going to just
Right.
drop this.
Yeah, no, that was real
have
shit.
it out
That
with
was
the
real
title.
shit for sure. That's why I
That's
said
real
I
nigga
appreciate
activity.
you.
But we could, just for fun, because I know, Ro hit me up and he was kind of upset. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you gotta
He was kind of
holler at
upset
Ro,
a little
man.
bit, but I did tell him, I said,
Tell him to chill on my
you know, I
boy,
love,
man.
look, personally, Dee's energy is you gotta love his energy for sure. Like what he had to say on the podcast, that's, you know, obviously up for debate between
Right.
people, but just to read some comments, just so people don't get too crazy about it. This is some of the comments that were from the interview. I worked a job with Dog before during the pandemic. He was cool as fuck. I didn't even know who he was. This is the funniest one, bro. He snatched my phone at St. Ferry Mare, and I wish I could make this up.
That boy Swiper, that's probably
So this kind of goes towards you guys too. This guy said, "Good interview. I always wondered why that shit didn't work out with Glow Gang. Their movement helped shine the light on Detroit and the music scene too. They didn't get the credit though. So they're talking about why it didn't work out with you guys. So this guy's interested in knowing why it didn't work out, and now he feels like he knows why it didn't work out.
All
Basically,
right, fact.
And to clear that up, it's because it was ego, gang. Ego
Yeah,
is why
facts.
that didn't work out. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less than ego. It was no favor, no nothing.
this is finally hearing the full story of how SHHB fell apart. Damn near heartbreaking. These dudes were on a brink of coming up. But that whole Buda, Potts, Rose situation could have been nipped in the bud if they let the internet alone and solved the problems as a family.
Fact.
That go back.
Hey.
That go back to. What,
Hey, and
what
it's crazy because you and Ro had to talk. You know what I'm
go back
talking
to what a
about?
nigga-
So our
yeah.
dog couldn't tap in and have a talk.
Yeah, and that's
You feel me?
the
Like, what the
crazy
fuck?
thing. Even though, because I was mad at Ro for recording that
Facts.
shit. Of course, I felt the type of way to Ro for recording that shit. But
Facts.
after his situation, the next day, I tapped in with his sister. Like, is that nigga good?
Right.
Tell that nigga I love him. Make sure he good. You
Facts.
feel me? Make sure you tell him I said that though. You get
Facts.
what I'm saying? Because everything that's going on, you get what I'm saying? And
Facts.
this is the day after the Periscope shit came out, and I had all the right to still be mad at that nigga, but that's my brother, and I tapped in and made sure he was good. So your bitch ass could have tapped in and said anything. No faking, bro. The nigga seen my motherfucking OG, nigga. RIP to my pops, man. The nigga seen my pops. Like I said, my family cool with his family, gang. The nigga seen my pops at his granddaddy funeral, gang. walked up to my pops and said that he want to talk to me. My pops looked him in his face and told him, talk to my son. Talk to him. Don't talk to me. Talk to him. Y'all better than that. Talk to him, nigga.
Yeah.
No faking. And he know I ain't lying.
Yeah.
That nigga know I ain't lying, gang. No fake. So your bitch ass could have tapped in, nigga. You wanted to do all this shit for clout, hoe ass
That's
nigga.
all
So
it be, man.
this where we at, hoe ass nigga. Nah.
I appreciate you guys speaking your voice about this. I do want to get you guys back on here again so we can actually get into the background of your guys' stories individually. I know we focused a lot on this talking about what happened with that last interview, so I appreciate that. Again, I do, and this is like a huge note for anybody. I get 1,000 death threats anytime somebody's name is mentioned on a podcast. If I'm doing an interview with somebody and somebody else's name gets mentioned, I'm getting death threats from that guy. Like, take down the interview, take down the podcast. This happens all the time for the past 4 years we've been doing this. I really appreciate how you guys handled this. I appreciate that you guys were like, we're just gonna come speak our piece and keep it at that. I appreciate that you guys didn't tell us to take anything down or change anything. So I really do appreciate that. All parties involved. We didn't get any tension from this interview. We just got people that said, it's cool, that's fine, but we got to come talk about this. We're at Parallel Sound Studio, highly visually shooting this production. StuntHard was in the building. We're out. Peace.